Welcome back on Monday night to Dirt Slingers Racing League Monday Night Thunder. Rocking K Logistic 360. Winged sprint cars in action now. I-55 Speedway, Peevely, Missouri. Short little racetrack. Just over a quarter mile. High banks. A lot of speed. As you can see by the times posted, 10.3 seconds to get around here is the quick time tonight. And Josh Whiteman posted that. Drivers in their drivers meeting getting ready to come out for heat races. Heat races, no qualifying. Pill draw. You're in groups, random draw you, stick you out there, let you get at it. Top 4 from each heat automatically transfer. We'll fill in the rest of our 22-car field from at least one, if not two, B mains. I think we got 23 guys tonight. I think we're only going to send one car. And I am so wishing that we could change that. I really wish that we could go ahead and just put any extra cars in up to a certain number. We get to 24, 25, 26, then, yeah, we want to send a couple of cars. But 23, man, one guy is going to get left out, and in my opinion, it kind of sucks. Drivers hitting the track. That's the 27 of Chad Griggs. Scott Thomason Racing entry there. Kiwi Conqueror here again. Greg Silby. There's Josh Whiteman rolling on. They're going to get the last couple of minutes for warm-up here before we go heat racing. Newcomer, Mike Watson. If you were here for the big block race, you saw him in the big blocks. He is over here in the 360s as well. Anthony Morano back in the server. Chris Sabeski is in here tonight. I see Trevor Royer. Let's go see if Trevor's on the track. Yeah, he's sitting there on the end of pit road getting ready to go. Ostendorf, Rory Collins, a new name to DSRL. He's in here tonight. Miles Jansen is back. Taylor Wineland. Newcomer to the series. Ross Carenta back in action. Haven't seen Ross at DSRL in a real hot minute. It has been a while. And there's old Whiskers. He's a fixture. He's like, if he wasn't at DSRL on a wing sprint car night, it'd be like going in the bathroom and not seeing the toilet. Last week's winner there in the 22H, that is the Little Hurricane Mason Hannigan. If you were here for the first show, welcome back to the chat. My man Bill V. Always in here. Just a few seconds. That was Larry Moody headed down the backstretch. He's going to pull it over and get it off the track for us. But they're going to get things ready to go. We'll have about 3 heat races. And then it looks like we will have a B main. And we're only going to send one car home, and that's one of the saddest things to me. I'm going to just keep saying that over and over and over again. I want to give a quick shout-out to School of Sim Racing and Tommy Brandon. Without Tommy, a lot of these guys probably wouldn't come in here and race because he provides DSRL with setups that all these drivers can grab. They are better than the baseline setups that come with the new builds every time. And he's got all the notes in the back, tell you what adjustments to make for track conditions, for this, for that. As we said in the big block race, he is one of the biggest ambassadors for sim racing, and he is one of the greatest guys. And without him, we probably wouldn't even be able to do this series or anything on Monday nights unless we went to a fixed setup. So, well, a big shout out to him. As we get ready for heat number 1, let's get down here and look at the starting grid. Aha! Newcomer. We hadn't seen him yet, but he had applied to the series. Now shows up for his first night, and he will take the 09 car right to the front. He'll start on the pole. He'll have Whiskers, Ernie Williams in the 91 next to him. Your second row on the inside, that's going to be the 1J of Jacob Schmutz. Next to Chris Sabeski in the 066 car. Third row inside, that's the 66 of Mike Watson, also newcomer to the series. And next to him, the 14 of Josh Whiteman. And it looks like Sebeski is in the 21 car, not in the 66. So we don't care what number's on the car, honestly. As long as they come, they race, they have a good time. Fourth row for the first heat, that's going to be the 225, which is just the 25. He's got to have the 2 in front because a lot of guys have 25 in the series. But Taylor Wineland and then Billy Barros into that 38. Coming here. We see Billy on Thursday nights in the midgets, and he is a formidable opponent in those for those guys. So, going to let the pace truck get a little bit out in front here. They're going to show the guys where we like the start line, which is right about there. There is a little deal sitting on the fence right there down in turn 4. Keep them tightly in the pace formation. We're going to get ready to go green. This time around, pace truck will drop off mid-back. Or no, he goes around to turn 4 here. Usually it's a mid-back stretch, but here he's going to go to turn 4. And we're going to get things going. It was it was an interesting start, but it's going to be clean. They're going to give him the green flag. And we're underway for Rock and K Logistics 360 Sprint Cars at I-55, Monday Night Thunder, Dirt Slingers Racing League. Lap number 1 off the top side, Ernie Williams going to lead that one. He had a very rough night last week. He got caught up in so much stuff, none of it his doing. Looks like York is going to hang on to second on the bottom. Here comes Sebeski in that 21 car up top. Behind that, Schmutz has 4th. Then Whiteman's in a battle with Wineland and Watson. Billy Barros is trailing right behind these guys, but he's staying in touch. Top 3 with a little bit of a breakaway. From 4th on back, Wineland went to the top. Now he goes to the bottom. He's going to take spots. He's going to hang on to him. They're side by side behind that. Whiteman in the middle. Schmutz was on top. Schmutz finds the fence down the backstretch. That'll relegate him back to the 6th spot. Williams out front, but here comes Sebeski, and Sebeski is ripping the lip right now. He's got the right rear right up to the fence. Down the backstretch into 3 and 4. It'll be 3 to go this time. Williams now goes all the way to the top. York has fallen to 3rd, but he is staying married to the bottom of this thing, keeping that thing left front right up against the inside wall. Wineland now closing in. I thought he was going slider line right there, but he stuck it down the middle. He hangs on. We're inside 2 to go. Williams, 0.6 of a second out in front. He'll see the white flag first. Battle's going to be for 3rd and 4th. The final 2 direct transfer spots into the A main are up for grabs right now. Williams going to win it. Sebeski 2nd. Looks like York 3rd. Who's going to come home 4th? It's going to be Josh Whiteman by a nose. Wineland will be in the B main. Schmutz, Barros, and Watson will join him there. Everybody else straight on to tonight's feature. So heat 1 in the books. We'll get ready for heat number 2. This is how we're going to line them up. Be the 32 of Anthony Morano. Showed out in his first race last week at Knoxville. Finished 2nd in that race. He's got the 62 of Rory Collins, newcomer to the series, on his outside. Jesse Bandy, 49 car, row 2 to the inside. Next to his teammate, Chad Griggs in the 27. We'll move on back to row 3. It'll be Miles Jensen, the 35 car inside. Garrett Boyd, the 21 on the outside. And your final row for your second heat tonight, the 10 car of Ross Correnta on the inside of the 90 of Trevor Royer. Man, Royer just can't catch a break on the draw in these heats. He had a bad draw last week. Top 4 go straight to the feature. Everybody else, one of at least one, if not 2 B mains, and I'm thinking about the numbers. It'll probably be 1 B main. There'll probably be about 11 cars in it, and 10 of them will transfer. About 3 more cars, and we would have had 4 heats, and that would have changed a lot. We would have had a really small B main. All right, pace truck's getting out of the way, waiting for Anthony Morano to get us started off the pole. He jumps on the throttle, and he'll get it going. Heat 2 underway. All the way to the top. That 62 car, Roy Lee Collins, he went on the outside row at the start. He is last coming out of 3 and 4. Go to the front. Here comes Miles Jansen. Jansen made a statement coming through the middle of 1 and 2. Moved his way all the way to second. He is running that middle line right there. Bump on the fence by Morano. Jansen alongside, leads the lap. Down the backstretch, and Jansen is going right through the middle now, goes a little bit lower. Here comes Chad Griggs. He threw it down in the bottom of turns 3 and 4 and got it to stick. Griggs working alongside Carrenta. That's for 3rd and 4th, your final 2 transfer spots. Battle still at the front. Morano's not done with Jansen. He is not going to let him get away. These 4 cars battling for the 2 direct spots. Nobody wants to have to go through the B. Royer right down against the bottom. Oh, big mistake up there. That was Jesse Bandy got the fence in 1 and 2. Royer with the slider cut Carrenta right off, and Carrenta went to the bottom in 1 and 2. Slider coming back. Here comes Royer. Long, low, way to the outside. Didn't get the job done. 2 to go. The battle at the front over, but 2nd and 3rd are now starting to go at it. Morano's trying to hang on. He wants a direct transfer spot. Griggs is 3rd. Carrenta's 4th, but Royer is right there on the white flag lap. Out of 4 to the bottom. Here goes Royer. The line was covered. Jansen, Morano, Griggs, Carrenta through to the A main. Royer, Bandy, Boyd, and Collins will be into that LCQ here momentarily. 1 more heat race to go. We'll get ready to look at the lineup. This is how we'll do it for the final heat race of the night. Last week's feature winner at Knoxville, the 22 of Mason Hannigan, the Little Hurricane on the pole. And he'll have the 73 of Larry Moody to his outside. Jonathan White, the 23. Inside row number 2, next to the Kiwi Conqueror, Craig Silby in that 7 car. We'll move back to row number 3. That's the 54 of Matt Westfall, the Flying Buckeye. Inside, Scott Thomason in the 6 on the outside. And your final starter in the final heat, the 32 of Tom Westendorf. All 23 cars will have seen action. Still let the pace truck get out in front. Will Hannigan go 2 for 2 and put himself on the hot shoe for round number 3. It all starts right here. He's starting from a pretty good spot. He's got the pole for his heat race. Hello, Mr. Adam Vinny. Sure do miss you out here on Monday nights, my friend. All right, Hannigan. Ready to get things going. Jumps on the loud pedal. We're underway. Final heat race of the night. Jonathan White slid through on the bottom. Got past Moody momentarily. Silby is right there. Car into the outside wall. That's going to be Thomason. He and Westendorf get things worked out. Get them straight. They're both going, but they're off the pace a little bit. Now Silby goes around Moody. Moves himself to 3rd. Everybody chasing Hannigan, but White, Silby, and Moody are the last 3 transfer cars. Everybody wants to go just a little bit better. Get a little better starting spot in the feature tonight. They know it's 30 laps, but Silby with the slider right up in front of White. White with a good move to cut underneath. Then a little tap, right rear, left front. Silby thought he could cut in behind quickly. And it broke his momentum and let Moody get right back by him. Hannigan driving away. They're 3 wide behind it. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Oh, top wing coming off. Jonathan White's car. I thought the top wing came off. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I just saw a flash of light. But Hannigan now gone. Silby's up to 2nd as he gets around Moody. Moody's 3rd. White is hanging on to 4th, but he's got company. Here comes Scott Thomason. Westfall and Ostendorf quite a ways back in this one right now. 2 to go for Hannigan. He's already out of turn 4. Silby and Moody are still going at it. These two haven't given up on one another yet. They're both in transfer spots, but every position means you're a little closer to the front to start the feature. White flag coming out. Silby on the bottom. It's all Hannigan. He wins the heat. He's going to the A. He's going to take Silby and Moody with him. White hangs on, finishes 4th. Thomason, Westfall, and Ostendorf. See you boys in our B main. That's coming up next. I thought so too, Adam. I truly did. I went back to him with the camera, and the next thing I know, there it is. It's back on. So let's take a quick look at the starting grid for tonight's last chance qualifier. 10 cars transfer through. 1. We'll load it up and call it a night at the end of this one. It'll be Wineland and Royer on row 1, Thomason and Schmutz in row 2, Bandy and Westfall row 3, Barros and Boyd row 4, Ostendorf and Watson in row number 5, and Collins in that 62 car is going to start way out back for this one. Last place. You got to stop that, man. You were strong at the end of last season, dude. Danny Haley, welcome to the program. Thanks for shouting out where you're at. Guys, don't be afraid to say hey. I love the chat. I don't care if you're on Twitch, Trovo, YouTube. If you are over there, make sure you hit the subscribe button. You'll know every time we go live. If you're on Facebook, give us a like, a share, and a follow. 5 nights a week, and within the next week or two, it will be 8 shows over those 5 nights. 2 on Sunday, 2 on Monday, 2 on Thursday, and 1 each on Tuesday and Wednesday. So a lot going on at Digital Sim Sports Network and the Dirt Racing Network. Lights are off on the pace truck. LCQ, 10 of our 11 drivers are going to transfer to tonight's A main. That lone driver that finishes 11th will have to call it a night. Yeah, it just bounced off and bounced right back on the car. I don't know. Craziest thing I ever seen. Welcome to iRacing. Green flag. B main underway. Top 2 trying to sort it out, and Royer is going to get the run down the backstretch off the top side. Out of 4, Royer leads lap 1. Let's go close to the back here. Right now it's Ostendorf and Collins, 10 and 11. Watson right in front of them. That battle for the last transfer spot going to heat up, I'm sure, as we go along. It looked like that time Collins was trying to run the bottom car, got way out of shape. And Ostendorf trying to hang on. Royer, he's out in front. Wineland second. Thomason is third. Good run for Scott here. He almost made it directly in. Missed it by a couple of positions right at the end, maybe 1 there in his heat race. He's got Jesse Bandy tucked in behind him. That's your top 4. Then Barros, Schmutz, Boyd is 7th, Westfall, Watson, and right now Ostendorf. And Ostendorf's in the fence in 2. Had to back off. He'll drop to 11th. He's the first car on the outside looking in. I did greet you, sir. I'm sorry. I said hello. And you said you were in from Kentucky. We greatly, greatly appreciate that. Takes a second. You're probably a couple of minutes behind on getting from me to getting to you, sir. Or getting back, one way or the other. Trevor Royer, way out in front. He's over a second ahead of the battle for second, and that was side by side in 3 and 4, and now Wineland used the top, the momentum. He drove away. Stretches it out to about 3/10. Bandy still 4th. Barros is up to 5th. He's got a pretty good gap over Schmutz. Schmutz may have company in the form of Garrett Boyd before this is over. There's only 3 laps remaining. Westfall, Watson, Collins. Ostendorf still doing it. Collins and Ostendorf both struggling to get around, and you never know who that final transfer spot's going to be. But right now, Trevor Royer coming to the white flag. One more time around, and he'll be starting in the A main. He'll start deep. He'll start in about row number 7, but he will. Oh, well, they can. They will. Taylor Wineland second. Bandy, Thomason, Barrow, Schmutz, Boyd, Westfall, Watson, and Collins making the transfer into tonight's A main. Westendorf, same thing happened to him kind of last week. He got into a lap 1 melee, and it ended his night. And tonight just did not get a handle on the racetrack, and he will be done via the B main. So our 22-car field is set. Everybody's friendly in the chat. I promise. They probably just didn't look at it. May not be watching. I watch the chat religiously. I have to. See how long they're going to give these guys. Let's get somebody up here. See if we can chat with them. Let's get Larry Moody in here. Larry Moody, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, got to turn you up a little bit. Think you're a little quiet. That or the cars are super loud tonight. I don't know which. All right, man, so this is a tricky little place. I know it's your home track. What does it look like out there? Because to me it looks like it's getting pretty slick pretty quick.
It's not bad. It looks pretty racy right now. My heat seemed like there's still some grip there, so we're looking forward to it. Happy to make the show, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, I want you to put your admin hat on real quick. How long you can give these guys in this warm-up?
5 minutes.
All right, sounds good, man. Round number 2 here. Great field of cars for both round 1 and round 2 here for the Rock and K Logistics 360 Sprint Car Series. You've been an admin around here for a little bit. It's good to see the sprints back, and it's good to see the interest.
Racing hasn't been better. I mean, the last 2 weeks, cautions have been low. Racing's been good. Good to see these guys back out here, and looking forward to the season going along.
All right, man, we'll let you go tend to your duties. Thanks for chatting with us. Good luck out there tonight.
Thanks, Roger.
That's Larry Moody, driver of the 73 car. And one of our resident tell him what to do guys. And he does a great job of it. They let me be up here in the booth where I get to have all the fun with every single one of you guys. And I get to watch great racing. And they have to go down there and deal with all the drivers if they get upset with each other and keeping them in line. And you look right here, and I don't know, I'm just going to try to grab a car in this. They were 3 deep, 2 wide, and it went for a lap or 2 there. And if that's what we're going to, that's a big one. If that's what we're going to get to see here tonight for this feature, this is going to be a ton of fun. And there's the Flying Buckeye. Came down here to Oklahoma, picked him up a feature win in the 410 USAC wingless sprint cars on Friday night last week. And then turned around and ran about 7th or 8th. And I got this witness the second night. So always fun to have Mr. Westfall around. We'll see him again at the Chili Bowl here in a couple of months. Will he go 2 for 2? That's the guy that won last week at Knoxville with a late race pass. And Hannigan is going to start close to the front, if not at the front here. And he is going to have a shot maybe at this feature tonight. But let's get ready to look at the starting lineup. 30 laps, the distance. Whiskers. Ernie Williams in the 91 on the pole. Miles Jensen, 35 on his outside. The 22 of Hannigan, last week's winner. Row 2 to the inside next to the newcomer in the series, Chris Sobeski. Anthony Morano, last week's second place finisher, 32 car. He has row 3 to the inside next to the Kiwi Conqueror, Craig Silby in the 7. Theodore York, another newcomer. He starts inside of row number 4 next to Chad Griggs. Your 5th row, driver we talked to in the warm-up session, Larry Moody in the 73. He's inside. Josh Whiteman in the 14 outside. Ross Carenta, the 10 car. Row 6 inside next to the 23 of Jonathan White. And then you'll see the 90 of Trevor Royer next to Taylor Wineland. All these remaining drivers coming out of that B main. They are row number 7. Row 8, Jesse Bandy, the 49, and Scott Thomason in the 6. Billy Barros, the 38 car. He has row 9 inside next to the 1J of Jacob Smuts. Garrett Boyd starts the 21 car in row number 10 on the inside with Matt Westfall on his outside in the 54. And our final row for round number 2, the 66. Mike Watson and Roy Collins in the 62, squeaking in with 10th place finish in that B main. We took 10 cars. So one more time around. And Ernie Williams was in all kinds of nastiness last week. This week, complete new fortune. He starts on the pole. We'll see what the driver of the 91 can do. As we'll get ready. Rockin' K Logistics 360 Wing Sprint Cars. Monday Night Thunder Dirt Slingers Racing League. Round number 2 underway. The tight little bull ring. Peevely, Missouri's I-55 Federated Auto Parts Speedway. Down the backstretch, the teammates. Williams and Hannigan, 1-2. Williams the lead lap 1. Jensen is third. He's running the top side. Sebeski tucked in behind him, and Morano is right there. And I'll tell you what, Anthony Morano comes in and runs a fantastic big block modified. Says, man, I'm going to give these 360 sprint cars a try. I don't know how good I'm going to be. And here he is. He is running top 4, top 5, finished second last week, and he led a lot of that race. Got passed late by Hannigan. Hannigan made a move on the bottom. I'll tell you what, they're 3 wide for the lead. Out of 2, and that's going to evaporate. That was getting ready to be good as Jonathan White appears to have had a problem. White, the 23 car, going to cut. Oh, yeah, he got down. He got just a little too close. He collected somebody right there. Who did he get? Is that Bandy? He and Jesse Bandy. And Jesse Bandy did absolutely nothing wrong. Wrong place, wrong time. Schmutz may have gotten a piece of that as well. White is on pit road. You see Bandy's car sitting there with no wing on the top. Don't know if he can get it fixed and get back out here or not. But White got just a little too close to Wineland down there. Open wheel cars don't like to touch each other. And if the tires touch, you're going for a ride. Well, we're glad you're here for the first time, Danny. Give everybody a chance to get to know you. I'm sure someone in here is going to say hi before too long. Guys, I don't see anybody over on Facebook, and I've only seen one Twitch. So, say hey. Let us know you're out there. Probably about one more lap. This track looks like it is getting super racy. And we are ready to go green. Back to it, Williams and Hannigan. And Hannigan's probably going to waste no time. He waited a long time to make his pass last week at Knoxville. Said he might have been a little too passive. Wanted to be more aggressive next time, and he is. He is right there. He's running right through the middle, challenging his teammate. And Miles Jansen was about to make it 3 wide when we caught that caution a few seconds ago. And he would love to get back up here and get to go over these guys again. Around the top side, Sebeski around Morano. Here comes Silby. He's going to try to do the same. They're using the top side. Silby's in the middle. That's Griggs right there. Whiteman is right behind him. This is all the way through 8th place. Oh, you're going to have to let me look that up, Adam. It's going to take a second. It'll take me a moment to get to that, folks. I can't just pull it out of my my memory. I'm an old man, and I can't do that. Williams and Hannigan going at it. Hannigan with a slider in 1 and 2. Crossover easy for Williams right there. Next week, the boys are at Williams Grove in the 360s. And the big blocks will be at Lanier. Caution for the second time tonight. Oh, this looks like the 7 car is going to get into a little bit of a scrape. Down to the bottom, 1 and 2, goes up the hill. He was far enough sideways, that triggered it, but he looks like he might be able to get it going again. He threw the slider, and I think he threw that on Sebeski, and he got tapped in the right rear for it. No, I got you. You're all good. So Selby gets a tap, gets out of shape. This track looks like it is very slick. You're going to have to run up by the fence, or you're going to have to run right down against the inside wall to do anything. We got 20 laps remaining, and I don't think that battle at the front is over. I think Jansen may be thinking about saving a little, trying to make a late race run. I know Sobeski's running right against the top. Morano's running right through the middle. That's your top 5. And I feel like any one of those guys has a chance to go up here. Chad Griggs may be laying in the weeds, too. He may be trying to save a little tire, make a late race run.
Pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
I don't think that that's true. Well, it is true. They did let them get fired off, and now they're going to bring them down, slow them up. They probably got to wait for that pace truck.
Green flag, green flag.
What in the hell? We have.
Man, caution is out.
There we go. Caution is out. We're going to bring them down. I'm not sure what happened right there. Got to be a server glitch. So we'll slow things down. We'll get everybody reorganized, put them back where they're supposed to be. We'll wait for the one to go. Everything should be lovely. Probably get the one to go right here. Williams, Hannigan, Jansen, Sobeski, Morano, Griggs, Whiteman, Corinta, Royer, Moody, York, Thomason, Barros, Boyd, Westfall, Wineland, Collins, Watson, Silby is 19th. He's in the pits. Schmutz is out there 1 lap down. He's making laps. It says 1 lap, but well, no, it does. It looks like it's 1 lap. Looks like it's only 1 lap down. Everybody else is finishing up lap 10, and he is starting lap number 10, so he's good to go. Pace truck out of the way. Williams back on the throttle. He got a good start, got a big gap. Go back here around Griggs and Whiteman, because that looks like that's going to be a battle. Corinta's right there, and so is Trevor Royer. Trevor Royer, probably at least a 6-time sprint car champion at DSRL, multiple series, multiple titles. And watching him have to carve his way through the field. It's been 2 weeks in a row he started at the back, and that is not driver 90 style. So Mason Hannigan now going to take the lead on the top. No, Ernie Williams crosses him back over and beats him to the line once again. Teammates just going at it. Haymakers. Williams once again with the crossover. He goes slider this time. Hannigan's going to go in light, try to come out heavy. Side by side. He'll throw the big haymaker in 3 and 4. Once again, Williams noses him at the line. Slider battle at the front. This all 1 1/4 seconds ahead of Miles Jansen. Sobeski now up to 4th. Corinta is 5th. Cars backwards. Caution.
Caution is out.
Like Anthony Morano is going to have a major issue. He's right there with Griggs and Corinta. He's 3 wide out of 2. This time Royer up top. Oh, he went in. Oh, he tried to squeeze Griggs a little. Then Moody came in there super late and got into Griggs. And mayhem behind that. So we'll see who can continue. We'll see who cannot. Schmutz back on pit road. Silby still on pit road. White still there. Bandy is there. Now Griggs appears to be on pit road as well. He got pounded. Larry Moody came in there, and I don't think Moody had anywhere to go, and he just absolutely crushed the left rear corner of that car. Morano's going to the pits. Oh, right front is folded down pretty bad on that car. So Anthony Morano going to have to take the 32 car in and see if they can put that back together. This is a tough place. I mean, it's just over a 1/4 mile. You're racing. It's big and wide, but you're racing on very, very limited real estate. And You've got to totally be 100% in control at all times. I think I see Jesse Bandy
All right, man.
getting ready to roll back out.
On the pace car. We're not
Yep.
going green this time. We are not going green.
These guys exiting the pits.
All right, man. Lights you back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
They get past those green cones, and if they're sitting there, iRacing can see that car, and it's stopped, and it will throw the caution. If it's behind the green cones on the exit of pit road, it can't see it. And as soon as the field goes by, they can roll out and join the back. They just can't do it under live green flag racing. As they're coming to take the green, it's okay. So Bandy rejoins the back. So did Schmutz. So these guys a few laps down, getting ready to go back to it. Now we're going to get a real green flag. Going to get started with about 12 laps to go. Once again, Williams with a good start. Hannigan, Jansen, Sebeski right there. Carinta and Royer in tow behind. They're having to run the top. Somebody's going to have to venture away from the top line if they're going to try to make any headway, make a pass. There goes Hannigan. He goes middle. Will he hang on to his position? In 1 and 2, he's going right back to it. I think he figured it out in 3 and 4. The middle ain't the place. He'll go back, try to reel in the 91 car. Get ready for a late race slider. And I saw Jansen and Sebeski were side by side because Sebeski went in low. Now he gets the slider in 3 and 4. Jansen fights back. Royer's working on Carinta from the bottom. A 4-car battle to get on the podium. Trevor Royer right down to the inside. He's got a nice tacky strip down there. This time Jansen slides Sebeski. Sebeski's trying to fight back down into 3 and 4. They're going to come very close together. No contact. Good driving, both drivers. That's going to let Trevor Royer move to 4th, and now he's going to make a bid for a podium spot. Wave lap coming up this time, 5 to go. 1 and 2 in lockstep. Battles for the final podium spot. Sebeski in the 21 has it. The 90 of Royer on the bottom wants it. Jansen's down there. So is Carinta. Royer keeping him honest. He just needs to find some grip right here. Shoot out in front, and then he can go back to the top maybe with 3 to go. Hannigan is closing in on the leader again. Hannigan went to the top side. Williams got back by him. Now Royer gets around everybody into 3rd. It's Black Diamond Motorsports 1, 2, 3 right now as we come around to take the white flag and caution. We're going to get a chance at another green-white checker. York, Barros, and Wineland. Let's see what happened to these 3. There's York. Wineland is back there in the 25. There's Barros in the 38. He got into the back of it, and all 3 of them just stacked it right up. Yeah, little tippity-tap action. And that'll slow things down. That was getting a little interesting there because now you've got Williams, Hannigan, Royer running 1, 2, 3. Sebeski 4th, Carinta 5th. Trevor Royer worked so hard on the bottom, and he finally got 3rd. And now he's going to have to defend it for 2 laps here. Hannigan reeled in Williams, and then a mistake coming out of 4. And he lost about 8 car lengths, and I think he had decided he was going to try to settle in and hang on to 2nd. And now he's got a chance to go back after him, so we'll see what happens to 3 teammates up front. Chad Griggs trying to roll back out. Looks like we're ready to go green. Williams with the restart, and he's going to get a good one. Here comes Hannigan, bomb slider. Splits the difference. Williams goes back to the lead. Royer still 3rd. He's running down on the very inside. White flag this time. Royer up alongside, loses some ground there. Here comes the slider from Hannigan. He's not going to take it to the fence. Williams wins at Peevely. Hannigan, Royer, 2nd and 3rd. Sebeski and Carenta, 4 and 5. So we get the top 3 around here. They will join us in Discord. I know they will. Teammates steal the podium at I-55. Black Diamond Motorsports strong on the quarter mile. We'll wait for our drivers to make their way in. I'll remind you guys about tomorrow night. ERA Pavement Late Model Series, 8:30 Eastern for the start time. Make sure you tune in. Here we go. Now we're going to get a chance. Let's grab the driver in 3rd. Trevor Royer, are you there, buddy?
Yep. Gotcha, Roger.
I'm going to say 2 weeks in a row, you had to go in the B main. You had to start deep in the field. Tonight, you turned it into a podium, and it looked like that was one heck of a battle out there just to get the 3rd.
Yeah, there was a lot going on there. Kind of started on the bottom. It's not really where I wanted to be, but once I got up to the top, I was kind of just picking them off. I kind of followed Ross all the way through up until I think we were in 4th and 5th, and we kind of stalled out there. And then I'm not sure how many were left, like maybe 8 to go. I started rolling the bottom and like heavy bottom in 3 and 4 and kind of sliding, like running the middle in 1 and 2. And it was kind of on a whim, but it was working. So I just kind of stuck with it. I wasn't quite good enough to get the win, but to come from 13th to finish on the podium after being in the B main, I can't be upset about that for sure.
Yeah, and it looks like in this series, I know this is only round 2 and the sprint cars have been gone a long time, and I'm going to ask you to answer this too. What do you think about sprint cars being back at DSRL? But the level of competition has raised up a long ways.
Oh, for sure. I feel like it's been a long time coming to have sprint car racing back in DSRL. A lot of guys from my team especially have been keeping an eye on it, waiting to see if it was going to come back. And I'm glad it's back, and I'm glad Black Diamond could lock out the podium tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, you and your teammates look like you got something figured out here. Help a brother out sometime, huh?
Hey, maybe.
All right, man, give me some shout-outs. I'll let you get out of here tonight, man.
All right, yeah. First, my team, Black Diamond Motorsports. I appreciate Ernie and Mason hopping on and just wheeling the thing, really. Ultimate Dirt TV, 19 Designs, Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. I know Tim was kind of off this year, had some stuff going on, but hopefully next year he's back at the track and check out his dirt simulators in the Ohio area. Roger, you for DSRL and the DSSN network. Thanks for putting on our broadcast. Can't wait to go back and watch it, and everybody watching, hope it was a good show for everyone.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. And I don't know if I ever formally thanked you for getting in there and getting in one of the house cars for the midget series, but man, you guys did a great job in there, and I appreciate that very much too.
Yeah, happy to do it, Roger.
Trevor Royer finishing in 3rd tonight. Now we'll move on, and we will talk to his teammate. He won last week. He comes home 2nd tonight. Mason Hannigan, you fought your teammate about as hard as I think you can fight one, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, it was a badass race, so I ain't really mad about it, obviously. It's my boy Whiskers up there, as you'd call him, but yeah, we were ripping. I don't know, I felt like I was a little bit faster. I just could never clear. I could always clear him. I needed to be the one turning down the hill, and he was always the one turning down the hill, and it's Ernie. I mean, he's one of the best at game at run the top, so good win him, and good run from Trevor from the back there.
Yeah, a little sweep for you to the Black Diamond guys, and I told Trevor, you're going to have to help a brother out one of these days. I got to figure out how to get over there with you guys. I'd like to be on the podium myself.
Dude, you got to race first.
Oh, is that what you got to do? Dang it. I don't ever have time, man. I'm always up here in this booth. But you're going to go one. Go ahead.
You get guaranteed money that way.
You know what? I get start money for
Pay
sure.
yourself. Yeah, exactly.
Well, you're going to go 1-2 to start the season. That cannot hurt you. And the points, my man, it looks like it's going to be a good season for the 22.
Yeah, hopefully. Unfortunately, I'm gonna miss a couple here going to California for the USAC swing. So, I don't know. I might be able to make it up when I get back, but we'll see.
Well, you got at least one drop, so see what you can do about borrowing a rig or something while you're out there, man. We're going to miss you when you're gone. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, kind of like Old Boys Black Diamond and Ross Grant at Velocity Race Designs, and you for broadcasting it and putting this league on. And yeah, it's good to be back, and it's been a hell of a run already.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. When are you heading west?
I'll be out there from like the 15th to like I think the 29th or something like that for the USAC deal. I'm helping a team out, so.
Well, we'll have to keep an eye out for it. Good luck to you out there, man. Have fun, and I will see you the next time you're around. Hopefully next Monday night.
Yeah, I'll be back next Monday.
All right, that is the Little Hurricane, Mason Hannigan, finishing in second, and now we're going to move on. He's one of my favorite interviews of all time. I don't get to talk to him nearly enough, and it's been a long time since he's been in the booth,
long time.
Especially at DSRL. But Whiskers, you held your teammates off, and you did it again tonight, my friend.
I know all 30 up around the cushion, I-55. If anybody was a bet man, I'd have bet it against myself too. But we did it, 30 laps. I was worried there towards the end. I looked right at that caution. I looked down. It's 0.8 second lead. 1 to go. I was like, man, that's wrapped up. Mason done hit the wall or something. I don't know what he did, but something happened. Yellow flag. I'm like, man, I've been in a lot of DSRL. Back when Chris Brenner was running, man. 1 lap to go at Lanier, I remember getting past. So many times in this league, with 1 to go like that, I've been second or third. And I was really kind of worried about that, especially with Mason. You know how it is, man. You got 2 guys, Mason behind you, pressuring me all day, or all 30 laps, basically. I'm just, I was a little nervous there for a while. I figured he would get me somehow, some way. But all in all, we'll take it, though. We managed to pull it out for 31, 2 laps, or whatever we ran there.
I think the fans were entertained because you guys got into that slider battle early, and it just never relented. Yeah. And you're right. Coming to get that first white flag, he clipped the fence right as he was just about to clear you, and it slowed him down enough. It gave you a big cushion. And I was starting to say, it looks like that's it. That's going to lock it down. Yep. And then the caution comes out, and I told everybody then, I said, you bring all these guys back together. I mean, somebody from 5th place could win this if they are bold and brave enough, and they can clear it on the slider.
They're my teammates behind me, so they're going to run me extra hard. You know what I mean? Just so they can jack it up in Discord. So I know, and I even told Trevor, I was like, man, I was kind of worried about you sliding up in that hole where I could turn down on Mason. And right when we took the green, boom, I started to turn down to see Trevor there. I'm like, oh man, please leave me that hole. Please leave me that hole. And he left me the hole. He could have come up, but he left me the hole, and that what basically saved it right there.
What an awesome run, man! You had
harder though.
You had some horrible luck last week, and did not start the season off like we expected to see you do. To turn it around this week, maybe just a little bit of relief, and we can forget about last week.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Anytime we get a victory field like you bring in every week, man, it's always a step in the right direction. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of pros in this that run this, and a bunch of heavy hitters that are going to be pros here real soon. So, yeah, anytime we can win a DSRL, man, that's a big deal. You've been around for a while, Roger. So we know when you start to. I was happy. I was like, man, he's doing it. Maybe we get 3 or 4 of us to run. A bunch of them guys wanted to run. Alex was going to run, but something come up. So we'll bring 3 or 4 of us here each week, and hopefully we can. One of us at least podium. I hope every week. But
BDM's 2 for 2.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's the way we want to
start out. You guys swept that podium tonight, man. Give me them shout-outs and thank yous, and I'll let you go celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
Absolutely. First and foremost, give a shout-out to you for doing this. You do a lot, man. Big blocks with the wing cars. I mean, broadcasting a bunch. All the people to help you. I know Cam has come on board. Scott King's still been around. I think Jess and Jim's got them, SSR. We got a lot of people to help us out. We appreciate each and every one of you guys, fans, for coming out and watching it. Obviously, BDM, you know what I mean, I've been with the guys for a while. Love every one of them, man. Mason does a good job setting things up. Congratulations on him and Trevor for second and third. And hopefully next week we get in here and chat with you some more, buddy. But other than that, we'll see you next week, man.
I
Go ahead.
think 25 seasons. I think there's been a Black Diamond Motorsports driver since season number 1. Honestly, because I think
wouldn't
Trevor
surprise me.
Royer joined us in about week number 2 of our very first season. There's been a Black Diamond driver here since it started.
Awesome. Yeah, I got champions. I'm over here looking now. Season 6, stuff like that, man. Like 3rd place in the what was it, Kathleen Linder. Man, just all kinds of stuff from you guys, man. Just Thursday Night Thunder, back in them days, you know what I mean? Thursday Night Thunder.
Yeah, before we were
King of the
politely
Wing.
asked to get rid to cease and desist on Thursday Night Thunder. Well, man,
right.
great win tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in here for the rest of the season. It's great to chat with you again, my friend. And go celebrate. Go over there and see your teammates. Go celebrate.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
Ernie Williams picking up the win tonight. And it is always fun when he wins. I love interviewing him. He has so much fun. And he's a good friend. See him a lot. See him at the Chili Bowl. I go other races where he kind of goes and hangs out and helps Tim with his simulators and go visit with them. And Ernie's fantastic. So Williams, Hannigan, and Royer go 1, 2, 3 for Black Diamond Motorsports. Sebeski in his debut in DSRL competition runs in 4th. Ross Carenta returning to DSRL runs 5th. Miles Jansen 6th. Josh Whiteman 7th. Scott Thomason, great run for Scott. He's 8th. Garrett Boyd 9th. Rory Collins, newcomer to the series as well. He runs in 10th. Matt Westfall 11th. Mike Watson in 12th. 13th was Anthony Morano. Teddy York 14th. Billy Barros in 15th. Jacob Schmidt 16th. 17th was Taylor Wineland. 18th, Larry Moody. 19th, Chad Griggs. 20th was Jesse Bandy, Craig Sylvian 21st, and Jonathan White rounded out the field. So 2 weeks in a row, great racing. I know we had a couple of cautions tonight, but still fantastic racing. 2 weeks in a row. You can't ask for more. Battle all over the place. And those 3 guys at the front going just hammer and tongs at each other. Makes it entertaining, especially for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to thank you for being here, sticking with us all night. Come back tomorrow night, 8:30 Eastern. Make sure you make it for ERA. Say hi in the chat. Without you guys, there's no reason for us to do it. Without all the great leads, giving you fantastic racing like you saw right here once again. There's nothing for us to cover, so everybody gets a pat on the back. Until we see you the next time, keep the rough side down. Peace and love to everybody.